So when you first fire up the machine, it's going to come up with this menu. It's going to ask you, do you accept the above configuration of the joystick? So do you understand what everything's set at? So you just press this button, I accept. Next one, it's going to ask you, give you a bit of a warning, tick. And then lastly, it's going to ask you to accept to make sure that you've got the right attachment on. So that's your mud bucket attachment, the flows. Do you want to keep this attachment setting? Tick. And then away you go, music starts and we're ready to rock and roll. So first it's going to ask you to correct the stroke sensor cylinder. So all we need to do now is roll the bucket all the way up. That's good, and then now we can dig away. So bottom of the screen, coolant temp, hydraulic oil temp, fuel, AdBlue gauge, and then that'll give you a left-right body IMU setting, so tilt left, right, front, and then what your joystick pattern's set up for. So starting from the bottom, music. So if you go into that, that's where you can choose your radio station, AM, FM, or you can choose your Bluetooth. So if you want to program your phone into this, you can pair it up with the screen here. To get out of that, hit the X. Next is your air conditioning, so you just select that. That brings up your aircon menu, and then you can choose your temp, fan speed, where you want it. This is your auto idle down, so if you've got your throttle all the way up, or if you want to just turn that on, that'll automatically idle down when you stop using the machine. You've got your track speed, so slow, medium, or fast. Your power mode, or what digging mode you're in. So working mode selection, power, power plus, economy, and lifting. Attachment settings. So in there you can select the attachment that you're using. The reason we have this in the bottom monitor is because this screen and the base machine does have 2D functionality with autos. Next is this button here, MC, so machine control and payload. So if you select it once, machine control will turn on, and that's where you can start to select a 2D design. Hit it again, that's now just using payload. Hit it again, and then now you've got machine control and payload. So you can see that there. You've got your machine control and your payload up top. You've got your warnings here. Next one is your time, and then above that is your compass. So pretty cool with this. It tells you, so it tells me right now that I am not facing forward, I'm facing back against my tracks. So if I slew around, you'll see as I slew, that will also move. And then once I get to the front, it'll square up. And then now I'm square with the front of the machine. Main reason this is used for is if you want to do your left swing to angle, right swing to angle, you can choose like a starting and a stopping point, and it'll slew to those points that you've selected. Next is your 2D boundary control. So you can select that box, and then this brings up your 2D boundary control and how you can set it up. So if you want to do an upper setting, a front, a lower, left, right. Next is your person detection. So that brings up the menu here. So the detection, it tells you the human part of it is always on, but you can turn on human and object. And then from there you can choose to turn on the machine control to stop, and an external buzzer, and an in-cab buzzer. So right now the person detection is always on, but it won't stop the machine until you turn on these options here. That goes same with the object detection. In the main menu, hit the little 3 lines here. So first tab, like it always is, records of the machine, fuel consumption, display setting. Second tab is operator info. So this is where we can do our lever assignment, cab interference prevention. So with that on, it'll stop the bucket from getting close to the cab. Auto idle stop timer setting, delayed engine shutdown, auto power off, machine warm up, remote courtesy light, so we can turn that on to where we shut the machine off. The lights will stay on till we get to our car. Our settings for our quick coupler and extension arm setting if you have it, and then choosing your working mode on startup. Next is your speed adjustments. This is where you can adjust the speed of your joysticks and how they react. And here you can choose our response adjustment, E-mode adjustment, payload calibration, truck list, and auto tilt bucket calibration. After treatment regeneration, DPF, AdBlue information, service information, machine monitor. So in this menu, it's pretty cool. Now we can monitor components on the machine. So if we want to do our fan speed, and our hydraulic oil temperature. We tick those, hit tick, and then it'll tell you the fan speed RPM and then your hydraulic oil temp on the machine. So there's a list of things that we can select from. Brightness adjustment, video quality adjustment, clock adjustment, just all the other sort of adjustments you can make to the time and language and units. And that's the full run through of the base machine.